What's up, Ragin Nation? How y'all doing? This is Alex Yu, and it's a Friday night right now, 10:14 p.m. to be exact, and I'm having a little bit of fruit because I'm feeling kind of fruity. But what I'm doing right now is that I'm just having a little bit of a chat on the Ragin Nation Facebook page. You know, this is a place where I love to interact with the people at the Ragin Nation, my followers. So I just recently saw this new Expendables 2 poster. It's actually a banner. ComingSoon.net released this, and it's a pretty wide banner. You got Jet Li, Bruce Willis, Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren, Chuck Norris, Stallone, Statham, Schwarzenegger, Cruise, Liam Hemsworth, and Randy Couture. And it is a pretty high resolution banner, so you can use it on your desktop. And so then I posted it on the Ragin Nation, and I was just saying that Liam Hemsworth does not belong in there. Like, he really doesn't, because, like, compared to all these guys, these veterans, he's a nobody. And I said that they should replace him with Steven Seagal, because he belongs in there. You know, he's been doing action films for the longest time. It doesn't matter if you think he's lame or not. The fact is that he you know, is in the same caliber as all these other guys who's been making movies since the 80s and the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So now we started this conversation with the Ragin Nation here. We got not Brandy. We got Brian, Pedro, and Ron. And you know, we're totally old school over here. We've been watching, you know, we've been movie fans since the 80s. We followed all those kinds of great movies like Commando and of course, you know, like Top Gun and Total Recall. You know, all the wonderful movies with great stories and great characters, all the original stuff that came out in the 80s. So I can see that we're the only ones chatting about it. But anyways, I think this is a great discussion that we have going on right now, because now a lot of them are chatting about who should have been in the Expendables 2. Like, regardless of how you feel about Expendables 1, Expendables 2 is definitely happening, and Expendables 3 is probably going to happen, because it's kind of a gimmicky type of movie, but it works because of the whole all-star cast. Regardless if it's good or not, the fact that you bring in all these all-star players from, you know, the 80s and the 90s makes this movie really accessible to you know, the old school audience. So anyways, they were saying that Michael J. White, Kurt Russell, Michael Biehn, Michael Ironside, who else? I was saying Carl Weathers should be in it, Dwayne Johnson should be in it, who else is there? Antonio Banderas, Michael Ironside, did I already say that? Who else? Bolo Young. There was a lot of Mel Gibson, Charles Bronson. Well, can't put Charles Bronson in there, but the fact is that there's a lot of people who should have been in Expendables 2 and also Expendables 3. We're kind of coming up with the wish list for Expendables 3. Now, the one thing that you gotta know is that Donnie Yen was asked to be in it, but I don't know if he turned it down or he had scheduling conflicts. But the fact is that he's not in it anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. But they filmed it in China, and if they want to film it in China, they got to put a star of China in the movie. So they got this this actress by the name of Yunnan, who plays a character named Maggie. I've never heard of her, so I kind of think that she's kind of like Liam Neeson. No, not Liam Neeson. Liam Hemsworth, and she doesn't really belong in there. But of course, they got to use a Chinese actress to be for them to film in China. So, anyways, I was saying that Liam Hemsworth does not belong in there because he totally doesn't. He's just too young. And all these other guys, Pedro, Brian, and Ron, were saying that we're suggesting a really, really badass list of actors. Hell, even Steve Buscemi should have been in it. So we got a pretty badass list here. This is the wish list for Expendables 3 and what would have been Expendables 2. Apparently they've also asked Michael Biehn, but he turned it down for another role or something like that, or he just didn't want to be in it. Kurt Russell was another actor that turned it down. So that's kind of unfortunate, because these are the actors that belong in Expendables 2. So I want to ask you guys, who should be in Expendables 3? You know, there's obviously, you know, they're obviously going to bring Jason Statham, Jet Li, and Stallone. These are the three main guys that are dominant in these movies because they're kind of like main characters. Terry Crews is of course another one of those, and Randy Couture. As for the rest of them, they're kind of supporting, but those main five guys should always be in it just because they've kind of established themselves in the franchise. So who do you think should be in Expendables 3? So far in this little chat that we have going on, I'll repeat it again. We got Antonio Banderas, Michael Biehn, Michael Ironside, Kurt Russell, Steven Seagal, Michael J. White, Carl Weather, Donnie Yen, and Mel Gibson. And that's about it. So who else should be in it? I can name quite a few guys, but I want to know who you think should be in it. So let me know in the comment section below. Oh yeah, by the way, no, by the way, I don't even know what I was gonna say. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below, and I will talk to you guys soon. This conversation is happening right now on Facebook as we speak. So if you want to join in, join the Ragin Nation Facebook page, and let's just chat about movies. I'll see you next time. Alex Yu is out. Peace. Him discovering himself, his purpose, and what he's all about, you know, in terms of taking responsibility and learning about his new powers. I like that about this Mark Webb's version, because you don't start off liking Peter Parker. I mean, I don't mean that you don't like him. I mean that you don't begin the movie liking him right away. You actually have to take your time to like him. Like, he doesn't start off